Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Hardcore Minecraft. We're here on day 809. There's Garuda, he's the boss. And well, we're about to go on an adventure. We're gonna go far away and then we'll come back again. This is likely to be a sad one in the overall grand scheme of things, so just keep that in mind. I'll try to give a proper warning, before I figure emotions might get there. Alright, let's try to remember how to play the game again. It's been a long time since I booted up Minecraft. And that's just what you want to hear before you go on a long journey in a hardcore world. But I bet we'll pick it back up in no time. Mr. Pump. Now, what we want to do real quick is to make sure that we just clear out our shulkers a little bit before we go on the journey. Good evening, Kiara. And, looks like mainly those are alright, and then we've got Nylium, which we can put in chest over here, where it belongs. And then we'll just throw what? We'll throw the wheat seeds down there? No, that's silly. We'll just go ahead and get these things in the nether chest where we want them to be. We've got some rockets. We have many rockets. That's enough rockets. I was thinking of going through the nether. Who's being added today? Oh, another dog. There's room for one more. That's all good. I thank you. It's like a month and a half ago or so. If you recall, when I wasn't around for a bit, that was why. But anyway, we're gonna go on an adventure and go and get him. Alright, so we're not going through the nether. We don't need any special preparations. Really no point. Oh, wait, no, not how do I play this game again? What brings up the inventory? Oh my goodness, E. Alright, I gotta remember how to play real quick. F puts into the offhand. What equips it? What's the key? Because there's a button to swap. Right click? Right click, obviously. Alright. Oh yeah, the dust. He was like 14. We'll go this way. This is a good way to go. And we'll just sort of soar above the clouds. That way, when we walk back, it'll be a nice surprise when we see, what's underneath us. Not like this would spoil too much of it. I think if you angle down a bit, you go kind of faster, but it might just be a superstition. I don't know how movement works in this game, and I'm never going to look it up. No, I've never looked anything up. That doesn't mean we shouldn't eventually, though. Hey Chase, how's it going? You get like the fun wind in your ears thing. Am I doing? I am alright, I suppose. I was gonna say, did I build this? But no, this is this little shipwreck. Well, although we're on an important quest, obviously checking out a shipwreck is a very important quest too. I think what I miss most about like the early stages of playing Minecraft, right, once you get established, is that you no longer, you know, seek out stuff like this, which is so cool, you know? It was, you know, like, sure, I don't need this stuff, but hey, like, look at all this stuff. We're gonna take it, you know? It's an important part of the story. I mean, not the nuggets, whatever. Hooray! And that's main chest, and then there'll probably be secondary chest here. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that you can never really be prepared for, I suppose. Although it did not come as a surprise, I should say. Alright, well, maybe just the one chest. No, that's ridiculous. There would be an internal space. That's the upper of it, right? Yeah, there we go. A map! And... what? Maybe if I lean closer to the screen like an old person. Iron Nautilus armor. That's right, Nautili are in the game. I did not know they had armor. That is very cool, though. Oh, well, thank you, Chase. It's good to see you. Catch you around sometime. I mean, are we already there? Does the did this poor ship reach the beachhead right by the treasure? Never to find it? You know, I really think so. That is wild. That is so funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. They just got it. They're like submarines. Yeah, I think I saw them whenever I was playing on that Bedrock realm of my friends, which I haven't been to in ages. I should go there and check out what they're doing. But alright, so to see the map better, you have to take off your offhand, right? Yeah. And then you can, like, see the way you're facing. Like, seriously. Yeah, okay, so the treasure map leads, like, right around here, I think. Which is the funniest treasure I've ever seen in this whole game. No doubt it's not that unique. That is so funny. That is so funny. What luck, right? What hilarious luck. Well, see you, Kara. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Yeah, that's hilarious. The tragedy, you know, the absolute tragedy. They got shipwrecked on this island, and if they had just been able to follow the treasure map like 3 more feet, they were just here, you know. They would have had all the food they needed. They would have had, like, the shells to put on their little submarines to get away. Sometimes that's how it goes. Ayo. Pillager party. A party with pillagers. A party against the pillagers. That map is no longer needed, so of course I'll pick it right back up. These pillagers are out in the middle of the water, which is a hilarious choice. That wasn't how to fire. Man, rusty as anything. We'll get it back. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. As I said, that one should take care of there. And now, one more score for the good guys. We're going to go see what kind of junk they left there. But first... Whoops. There's clearly more of them around. We don't have to care about that. We're just going to put all of the stuff that we've got in here that is unlikely to be grabbed later, like emeralds. And that has already maxed the stacks. Like those. The treasure map, you know, whatever. The pillager murmurs, but, you know, it's that sort of indistinct murmuring that doesn't really require a response from you. But anyway, let's... Wait, didn't I drop some... Maybe we put them in. Alright, where is this other fool? For I much desire to speak with him. Aha! No quest can be complete if evil is left and allowed to ravage those lands. I thought it was a bit small for a party of pillagers, a party in the pillagers, but now they're taken care of. And we get one more of their banners. Oh, underwater nether portal. Interessant. A golden apple? What could go wrong? Efficiency 5 on the golden pickaxe. Wow. The humanity. I didn't even know you could roll F5. I thought you had to build it. Maybe it can be born, but you can't get it on. I don't know. I did not know that you could get efficiency 5 out in the world. I don't think I've ever seen it. You know, we're going to leave it there. A monument to the great treasure of this place. This... I actually kind of want to rebuild the vessel and make it proud again. But anyway. Let's walk. Look, it's a little panda. Minecraft's such a great game. It's nice to come here to... You know, a place I haven't been before. We've probably flown over it. We did a big flyover of a ton of the world that we didn't truly visit or pay attention to. Whenever I was trying to get the advancement for reaching every biome, you know, so... Certainly, although this isn't even very far from home, I feel as though, you know, we do it a disservice from not having checked it out some. I thought it'd be nice to, you know, play Minecraft in the old way. By which I mean, you know, running around, jumping on things, you know, traveling up and down things, being at the level with the trees. Because so much of what I do now, you know, you just fly everywhere, but... It's nice to take a little bit longer sometimes. Hey, Neo. Good afternoon. Don't worry, your necromancer in Diablo, he still lives. Diablo does not. He has fallen beneath our mighty hand. Nightmare Diablo, you know, there's still one Diablo to go. there's like 5 Diablos, right? No, there's just 4. The 4th one doesn't count. You don't have to beat him. Dog. We need bones to tame, yes, so night falls, which narratively serves a purpose as well, of course. Do we have any ability to make torches right now? I mean, we don't need to have torches. You can see well enough in the dark. We're not going to need to run far away from here. Need to find some skeletons. Need some bones. Nope, nope, nope. Good news, I found the skeletons. Dog go. Let's go home. This way? This way? No. Let's put on our leather boots so that we can travel on the snow. I think we'll see if dog can move through it or not. I don't know if he can that easy. I don't think they fall through. Yeah, no. Like a rabbit to chase. So I'm reminded of one of the very great poems of the English language, one of my favorites, a very, very famous one by one of my countrymen, Mr. Robert Frost. Sung by Woods on a Snowy Evening. It goes like this. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me, stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to see if there is some mistake. The only other sound, the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The sun rises. Let's continue. That last part's just me, sorry. Miles go before I sleep is where it ends. Anyway, one of the very great poems in English. I've loved it since I was a kid. Very sad, of course. Like practically everything I like. I totally ruined the reading by talking right after it was done reading. I mean recitation. I do not have it written in front of me. It is instead imprinted upon my mind. A field of sheep, my ancestral enemy. possibly zip across the water to me? I recall there being some sort of restriction in this regard. Oh, yes, good deal. Oh goodness. Pillagers, this way! I will protect you from harm. Don't worry, buddy. I just don't want them catching a stray bolt. I'm not worried about them. What are they gonna do? Get wrecked. Set them up. Knock them down. Let's build a boat. Come on, buddy, get in the boat. Yeah. Great success. Where'd he go? Alright, now I'm actually... Okay, so it's like a thunderstorm right now. We're just gonna sleep through it. I don't know where he is. It's very confusing. And more than a little sad. But then, we weren't sure it was him. Just thought it was. We continue. Maybe we'll see him on the way. It's a long way to go. Alright, somehow I've managed to, like, turn around 6 times. I am the worst. Netherrack? Aha! Well, that settles the question of whether or not we can grab it before it falls in. You never want to jump a chasm blind. I mean, I got a totem and I got more, but you don't want to pop them because then you have to remember it every time people ask how many times you almost died. What if it was that? That'd be a bad time. This is that one song with a bunch of inexplicable sounds, like it's an indie track. Right? Yeah. Little jungle cavern there, that's nice. Like, wait, is this the one by home? I think so. Well, I mean, like a K away, but it's all ocean. With the Great Ocean there, of course, there's a good few thousand blocks that end up being much closer than the numbers might indicate. Sometimes it's nice to just run around in Minecraft, you know. So many pigs. I love a dark forest biome. Be very tense before you're established, of course, but they're nice. You know, they've got much more variety internally than most of the other biomes have. But, you know, by design, you know, you get the birch and the normal oak and the dark oak. You get the mushrooms. You know, it's like got all the foreboding and threatening notes, but also like, you know, more variety in color. I always thought that if it were feasible to do this in the real world would be a much better place. Not that there are places where you could do it for a little bit, but I bet it would be sketchy the whole time. I mean, jump across the tops of trees, not play Minecraft. Obviously, it's relatively easy to safely play Minecraft, even hardcore Minecraft, as is evidenced by the world in front of you. Just don't make any mistakes when it matters, and you can live forever in Minecraft. If only it were true of everything. Ow. Dog. Looking to me so funny. Let's travel together. Yeah, look at that. That's a good collar. What a handsome dog. Like, I bet it just doesn't connect ocean ways, right? Yeah, because ocean's this way. I think. We're close enough to home. We're definitely going to see very familiar stuff super soon. Yes. Come on, get in the boat, silly. Yes, the boat. There we go. Great success. And from here, we're actually quite close to home. You know, it doesn't take too long to cover a couple of thousand blocks, especially when the last 1,000 is water. You can see in the distance the fields of wheat. They're not really fields, they're just small islands. The nether portal of wheat. The atoll of wheat, and then the bigger wheat isle there, you know, but it's like, it's not a lot of wheat. When you see the distance, it's just gonna be a normal place, you know. Welcome to the world. You know, at some point we really should have made like steps to the water and like a little dock area thing. Maybe we'll do that the next time we play. That could be nice, you know, we'll make it look like a more impressive room. We're just gonna sleep real quick here. No point taking creeper risk or anything. Come on home, buddy. Who's a dog? There it is. Our pride and joy, our evil villain lair on the hill. Our small selection of trees. Man, my world's so haggard. A definitely pre-existing path. I didn't do all that. Well, we're here. We made it home. Look, it's the Mooshes. Mooshes Smalls, baby Mooshes over there. Good old Doug. Digging things up. Oh, did Doug find something? It looks like Doug did. Who's a good dog? Go get a name tag for him real quick, and then we'll introduce him to the rest of the crew. Mr. Pump. Toss this stuff in real quick, because look, if you don't do it immediately, when will you ever do it, right? Flint and steel belongs in another chest. Golden apples belong where? I'll probably carry all of them somewhere. We'll put them in here, why not? Let's go get a name tag. Of course, to get a name tag, you need go no further than go to the library, the land of librarians, and seek out the great Jorge Luis Borges, who sells both books of mending and name tags, as well as compasses and other things that you never buy. unlike some crime families, the Dark Oak crime family doesn't stand on ceremony, you know. We just bring you in. So everybody say hi to Wally. You know, here's my best friend, you know? And he's gonna live here now, so let's go downstairs and introduce him to everybody else. Get some seeds for the boss. Can't forget to do things the right way after all. Do I not have any here? Impossible. Maybe I don't. It's embarrassing. That'll never do. Well, we have to have a seed for Garuda. We simply can't go back in without one. There we go. Here you go. Garuda. Of course, Calcite's over there in the corner. Calcite's just a dog. He's not a member of the family. But come over here, buddy. Seat by the window would suit you. Well, that'll do it for this one. Of course, the one part of the ceremony that's non-negotiable when someone joins the crime family is they must listen to the national anthem. So I invite all of you to listen along with me and the newest member of the crime family. He's a good dog. This is Cat. This is Ever Been, the song of the crime family, and there were many times I listened to it before. See, you can tell he recognizes it. Luke always having a party. Bella and Atropa. The house is getting pretty full. Might need to make another expansion soon. Put in like a fireplace. Mother would like to sit by the fireplace. It'd be good. Do it so the sun comes in there too. That'll be nice. Alright, so we could build like a lighthouse thing out there. That could be cool. Because if we're going to build like a thing for ships, then a little lighthouse thing could be cool. I don't know how we could project light with it, you know. We could put on light bulbs and stuff. I don't know how it'll show up as bright from far away, but it might a little. Do like a bunch of white stone in a band so that it looks sort of like bright even then. I don't know. We'll work on it. But I think building a little dock there and like a little, you know, it doesn't have to be super fancy because I don't know what I'm doing, but a little stairway down to the water could be nice. And then try to build a little boat. Maybe we'll do it the next time we play. But that was a good little journey, you know. Covered a lot of land on water. I mean, I guess it was only a couple thousand blocks overall, but nice little time, and you know, we did what we set out to do, and that's good. You know, it's good to achieve your goals. Anyway. Well, that's all I've got for you right now. Definitely need to expand the crime family's building here in some way, but how? Could actually make the upper floors do something. Being taller is totally fine for the villain layer, right? We could have just like a nice room up here. Third floor chimney, you know. Build the lightning rod even taller. Well, for another day. No, thank you guys. I'll see you later.